things that could help others are second nature to me because I've been, you know, researching about those topics. And so whenever I do or say something, or whenever my friends or just anyone I know talks about a topic, and I just randomly, speak my thoughts, they are sometimes like, damn, that's actually really helpful, or damn, this is actually really smart. How did you, how do you know this? And like such moments happened more frequently than I thought they would, because like to me it was just normal. I spent a bit of time on these topics. I just, for example, um, I read a couple of books about influencing people and so on. And today I met up with a friend, or like, because I kind of skipped school, I guess. Like I didn't skip, I'm legal, officially I'm just sick, but the fuck, I couldn't do this today. So, anyways, and we were speaking, and he was kind of, asking for some advice, and I just told him a few things that came to my mind because I read a couple of influencing people's behaviors books and so on, and watched a couple of videos, and he was like, damn, that's right, like, and like, to me it is, so what I'm trying to get at, where I'm trying to get is basically like that people should just voice their thoughts more often, because I've realized that, I mean, obviously everyone spends their time differently, so uh, you voicing your thoughts can literally just be a realization to someone else and can greatly help someone else. So yeah, you should voice your thoughts. And another thing, right? If Because for me, like, they are second nature. Like these things are just, they're, I just do them. And so when he spoke about this or asked about it, like what he should do, what he could do, um, that's only when these things came to my mind. They were subconsciously, or like they were in my subconscious mind, and when he asked, they came into my conscious, like I consciously recalled them. And I don't think I've said everything, because just not everything. We didn't really talk about it that much. Plus, because he was already happy with the things that I said, and like we talked about other topics. That's just how conversation goes. And yeah, when it comes to questions, right? That's also something I realized yesterday, is that questions are the key to everything in life. Um, and for example, like like getting this knowledge from, that's also like, right, ChatGPT. Some people literally do not know how to use ChatGPT. Not like they know how to use it, but like they don't know how to use it well. Like I had a friend who literally, he obviously, in a literal sense, he knew how to Google, but he sucked at googling. And the same is still true for ChatGPT. He just inputs the task and copy pastes it. He does not use his brain to maybe form the question a little bit different so that the answer is more accurate. And yeah, so basically questions are literally, like I said, the key to everything in life. And like, or in the example of my friend, only through questions is when he got value, or when I could give him value. But like I said, the most difficult part is asking the right questions. And I honestly don't know, because how I am asking the right questions from time to time. Like obviously not always, but like sometimes, yeah, sometimes I do ask the right questions. And that is a question. That is a good question because I do not know how I'm doing it. Like I just do it sometimes, you know. Sometimes it just goes into my brain. Sometimes it's just second nature to me. So I don't know. Probably probably because I've read the right books, you know. Or yeah, I don't know. Probably a lot of different factors play into this because I don't think just one thing in my life led to this. So I'd say just multiple experiences, multiple decisions have led to this. So I guess this is what it is. And then I also had another. All right. Um. Yeah. No. Anyways, I also read a really motivational quote yesterday. It's been quite a long time since I've last read a motivational quote, and that also got me thinking back to the point of like this whole subconscious thing, like that you should voice out your thoughts. That's actually the origin, right? Basically, the quote was like, "Don't leave anything for later," and then it said like, "Later you grow up, later words go unsaid, later you lose interest, later opportunities slip away, later the day turns into night, later you regret not doing something, later life goes by and you had the chance." And I thought like the first thought I got after reading this was like, yeah, that's true, but I know this. Like I know I've known this for one or definitely more than 1 year now, probably between 1 and 2 years. But I learned it pretty like in the first year of my self improvement journey, right? So that that was the thing that got me thinking, like about how you should actually voice your thoughts because they can be so valuable to some people, and also sometimes it's you need to voice them out to hear how stupid they are. Yes, yeah, and especially if you're with someone else, then it can also be good to just voice out your thoughts, and they say like, "Oh, so you're telling, so you're basically saying this," and then they repeat it, and you notice how stupid or how genius it sounds. So yeah, voice out your thoughts. And yes, that's actually my day today is actually awesome. I Because right now it is 1 p.m., right? And tonight is kicks again. It's fucking annoying. Anyways, it's 1 p.m. I have 2, 3, 4, 5 about 5 hours. No, 5 hours till I am gonna be training. So 4 hours until like I still have 4 more hours of free time. What am I gonna do? I'm gonna do awesome things. Aside from obviously recording this video that I'm doing right now, I will probably work on either like the last thing I'll do is school. Like I'll just oh damn was heißt oh shit I'm talking hold up let me English move forward no 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 that doesn't sound good. Anyways, basically what I wanted to say is that you keep on procrastinating the um that I will keep on procrastinating schoolwork because it is the thing that least matters to me out of my priorities. Like I'd much rather just work on the TikTok content, or I'd much rather just still need to read today. I'd much rather just I don't know school skate. Legit do anything but fucking school. For me, school is torture. For me, school is like a prison. I don't know about in other countries, but like here in this country, I really don't like it. So because like maybe because like I'm a pretty free person. I want to be free and shit. And the schools here kind of set it as a requirement. It's kind of a requirement. If you want to be good in school, then you have to sacrifice your free time or your sleep. And I want those two. And especially nowadays, you can be financially independent through, and you don't need to school. You don't need to go to school for that. Like school obviously is important for like, especially because of you know social interactions. Because damn it, what is that? Social interactions, and because you learn the basics. But like either I will send my child to a private school, or I would definitely won't send my child to the public school if it is possible. Because like especially also the teachers are fucking degenerates. Like anyone can become a teacher if they just study, teaching. But they can literally be anyone from your class can be a teacher, and imagine how they are how their life is right now. Like the teachers could literally be people who party all the time, or the teachers could be like some weird ass people, or they could also be like the most average person, so watching TikTok, Instagram, social media, like just social media, video games. They could do all these things. They could hold all these beliefs. Also, like they could be anyone, and they teach the children. Fucking they are the people who influence your children the most. So I really do have a huge ass problem with the way schools are built, the schools are right now. So that's why I don't give a fuck about it and procrastinate it as much as possible. Like I don't know if I do kind of need to do something. If I at like the best case scenario is I just don't give a fucking shit and do nothing, and I go get through school. But I do need to do something, because if my grades drop below a certain point, then my freedom will be at risk, because I have a Russian mom. So I need to do the bare minimum, which sucks because I'd have more free time. I mean, I already have a lot of free time because I like I said, I pay as much attention as I can in school, so that I get the topic, so that I can write a decent, so that I just don't need to do anything at home. Because if I pay attention at school, first of all, my grade is better than those who just watch TikTok and like can't speak, can't don't know anything about the topic next lesson anymore. And I don't need to learn before the class paper or test paper, because I paid attention, and I tried to engage, because you learn so much better through engaging, through actively learning. Like that's also like another huge problem with the fucking school system. It's fucking passive learning. You just sit there and listen to the teacher yap, or the professor. You just listen to them yap, and then you have to do some homework. But like the best way to get something into your brain is to actively work on something. That's why like workshops are. I really do like workshops and shit. And I just think they should involve like students more, but like not in a way that, oh, I told you the theory, now you just write the text for the rest of the lesson, and that repeats every single time. No, you have to actually, I don't know, make them engage with the content, make them explore it on their own. Yeah, I don't know. which is yeah, okay. I also read this like in a book, a book. It was quite some time ago. Um, I don't remember the exact details, but basically it was like, I think it was like a closed society for criminals, or like or like ex prisoners, and I think it was especially, or was it drug? I think it was actually drug addicts or ex prisoners. I don't remember, but basically they were put into this society, and right, it was one of those influencing books, and they made the society in such a way that um, they basically tried to transform these drug addicts or ex prisoners. I don't know the, like I said, but they basically try to transform them back into normal people, or like healthy people, because normal nowadays is not healthy. So healthy people, like they actually contribute to society. Maybe like my whole generation needs to go there. Um, yeah, but anyways, they're actually good members of society, and I th- I might be lying, so don't take my word for it. But I think the success rate of that closed society is like in the 90s. It's like, I don't want to, like, I'm not too sure. So I think it was something like 95. It was very, very high. And that's like, and all these people and organizations who try to get, like, ah, right, it was a drug addict thing, who try to, rehab people. There's always a considerable amount of people who quit, or who, you know who fail the program. But in the 90s, that's a huge succession rate. And like all these organizations, they're like, what, how do you do this? They simply analyzed human behavior and know how to influence it. And that's why I find it such an interesting topic. There are so many interesting topics out there that so many of us don't know about. Like, there are like 100, if not thousands, of different topics out there right now that I would be interested in, but I just haven't discovered them yet. Yeah, but the difference is that I at least try to, learn something through reading books, for example. But the majority of people, they just consume content, but the content is of no value. I don't know. That's just social media, it doesn't really. It can bring you immense value, but the way most people use it, it brings you only instant pleasure. So you have to know how to use the tools and not be used by them. I feel like I've said this sentence in one of the self-improvement videos I did on this channel. So there. I honestly also don't know why I keep on making these finger signs. Maybe it is because of a black friend of mine. Maybe I don't know. Anyways, that is it. Because 20 minutes is a long time, and I want to work on a TikTok content, maybe even trade a little. So who knows? Goodbye.